We back at it. Yo, what's cracking? Big dogs? Welcome back to the channel. Who's that? Hey. Hey. Let's get it. Play a little PGA. You know how it goes. I just stand over the ball for a while. People say, yo, why are you not hitting the ball? Chubb or Williams having trouble choosing. Chubb by a mile. That's not tough for me. You have the Los Angeles Chargers are currently giving up the 4th most rushing yards, and now will probably get maybe the 2nd best offensive rushing attack. Zach Moss or Devin Singletary? Zach Moss. Zach Moss for me. He's seeing the goal line work right now in what should be the highest scoring game of the weekend. Although, there's a little part of me that thinks that game's going to disappoint. I think that game's going to be a little disappointing. Hey, how's it going? Hope all is well. What's up, TJ? And what's up, Florida? How you doing? Clan, you know why I'm here. Do not question me. I was first. Like, all right. What did I eat today? I know for dinner I had some ramen. It's been ages since I had some ramen noodle, but I've been having a craving for it for a while now, so I went and got some ramen noodle today. But like what did I eat for breakfast? I don't remember what the hell I ate. My wife made me something. I was like, I think eggs and stuff. I don't remember what I was eating though. Actually, there's banana peppers in it. Yo, what did you eat today, Clan? Yo, what up? What up, Justin? Evans or Godwin? Godwin. Hubbard or Renfro at flex? Hubbard. Hubbard's gonna do better this week for people that played him last week. He was disappointing, but he's gonna be better this week. Should I trade Gronk and Khalif Raymond for Singletary? Ew, look at that. That was a terrible hit. No, I wouldn't. Need to AJ Brown, Amari Cooper, Damian Harris. Thank you. If this PPR, I'm going with the 2 wide receivers, AJ Brown, Amari Cooper. I love Damian Harris this week, but I'd rather go the other 2. Hurts or Herbert? This week, let me double check. I think it's Hurts. I'm pretty sure I have Hurts. I need to get all my rankings pulled up. I just have my running backs right now. Let me get my quarterbacks. I believe it's Hurts. Yes, Hurts is higher. Hurts this week. Would you trade away Gibson plus Patterson for JT, Damian Harris in full point PPR? Yeah, I would do that. Kittle got on IR. Yeah, I know, right? Some notable tight ends, Jared Cook, Zach Moss. If you don't like these options, I'll check more. No, I mean, I'd probably go with Jared Cook. He'd probably be the one guy, though. I will say, I talked about him last week as well. Keep an eye on Dan Arnold. Keep an eye on Dan Arnold. Ooh, that was a little too hard. But last week, I think he only had like 2 catches. But I mean, that's literally going, I think it was like 3 days. He got traded in, 3 days. So he's somebody I would keep an eye on. Gibson or Cooks or Tony. I would go with, out of all of them, Gibson. Do you like Cordell Patterson personally? I mean, I like him this week, but really no. I mean, the guy's playing right about, okay, I don't remember what it was. I think it's 40%. But I know that he's like 44th amongst all running backs in snaps right now. There's no way this is going to continue. At some point, he's going to start to fall off here. So I would sell high. I think right now is just the perfect opportunity with the New York Jets, with Calvin Ridley being out. This is the perfect opportunity to sell Cordell Patterson. Cooper, Higgins, Gibson, AB, or Hunt. In one of those, just one option. I guess the highest guy for me is Kareem Hunt. How much is Wilson's? Oh, it affects it a lot, to be honest with you. Wilson's injury is a massive blow to that offense. It's a massive blow. There's no denying it. I know that DK was still good. I mean, he'll have his moments, but it's a massive blow. Cooks? No, I got that one. Cooks? No, Gibson, Cooks, or Tony Gibson, or Gibson still. Devin Singletary and LaVisca for Matthew Stafford. I mean, do you need a quarterback? When you keep an eye on, when you say You mean pick him up or just be... I would be ready for him. I am playing him in one of my leagues, but like this is a deep league and there's no tight ends available. So I would just keep it. I wouldn't pick him up yet, but definitely just somebody I would monitor. Standard start one. Yo, what's up, Seclan? What did you tell me what you ate? You didn't tell me what you ate, Seclan. Hubbard, Carter. Hubbard for me. Chuba Hubba. Pick 2, Higgins, Cooper, Thielen, Chase, Sanders, CEH. So I would go with Cooper and Adam Thielen, I think, is the next highest. Let me double check. I think it's Adam Thielen. Yeah, Adam Thielen's the next. So Cooper and Adam Thielen. Start Vikings at home or Raiders? The Raiders. I would go with, personally, I like, I would go with the Vikings. I believe that they're high. Let me double check that as well. Where's my defensive ranking? Oh, no. That's week 4. Dang it. Where's defense? There it is. Minnesota's defense. Yes. Minnesota's defense for me. Standard. Or wait, we got start 2. OBJ, Godwin, AB. For me, it would be Godwin and AB, actually. So... would you look to trade Metcalf? I mean, I would personally, but I don't think that you're probably going to get a whole lot for him. His value is pretty low right now with the injury to. Oh my gosh, I'm not paying attention. Look at that, trash. Do I trade Julio and CEH for AJ Brown and need a wide receiver? I would do that. Yeah. Start Hubbard, Higgins, or Crowder. For me, it would be T. Higgins. Jacoby Myers, Emmanuel Sanders this week. Emmanuel Sanders. Start Chubb, Hopkins, Mike Williams. Pick 2, Chubb and Mike Williams for me. Honestly, is Kittle worth trading? Last year, he frustrated me, but I drafted him again, and I'm done with him. Should I trade him or wait till he gets back? What do you think? I don't think you're going to get a whole lot from him right now. I mean, he has not been that good, and he's been very disappointing this year. I just think that you got to hold on to him right now. My gosh, I suck. Look at that. I'm going to go off the green. Holy shit. That is so bad. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Really appreciate it. If you're over on TikTok right now, we're live over on YouTube. All you got to do is click my profile. My profile will take you to my link tree. My link tree will take you to my YouTube channel where you have a better chance of getting your question answered. Where do you have AJ Brown ranked? That is a good question. Where do I have AJ Brown ranked? I currently have AJ Brown ranked as wide receiver 13. Wide receiver 13 right now. Standard scoring. Do I trade Reek and Swift for Terry and AK? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that trade. LaVisca, Chenault, and Devin Singletary for Matthew Stafford. I lost Russell Wilson. I mean, I'd rather just play, like, is Trey Lance available? I'd rather, is, what's his face available? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Oh, the Washington quarter, Taylor Heineke. Like, I'd rather just play, I guess that's not that bad of a trade. I'd probably do that trade, yes. For Matthew Stafford. Jacoby Myers, Emmanuel Sanders. For me, Emmanuel Sanders. AJ Brown or Ridley for the rest of the season. I'm still going with Calvin Ridley here. I'm still going to go with Calvin Ridley. Claypool or Crowder at the flex. For me, I'm going to go with Crowder. Crowder, yes. Thoughts on CEH and Julio rest of the season? I don't really like them a whole lot, to be honest with you. Either one of them. Would you start Madison, or would you start Cook, Madison, or Elijah Mitchell? If Cook, what if he is questionable? I would still go Cook out of the bunch. I don't feel great about going Cook, to be honest with you, but I would still go him. I wish he would just be ruled out. Hurts or Lance? Lance. Devontae Parker or Tyler Boyd? Let me double check that, actually. That's a good one. Let me see. Where is Tyler Boyd? Devontae Parker's right there. I think Tyler Boyd is... he higher? Where's Tyler Boyd? No. I have Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker. Tyler Boyd and Devontae Parker. I got practice, brother. I'll see you later if you're live. See ya, TJ. Devon, no, I got that one. Cordell Patterson or Gibson, RB2. I already have Jamar as my flex. Cordell Patterson for me. Mike Davis or Zach Moss. Mike Davis. Would you start Cook, Madison? I got that one. Chuba Hubbard or Michael Pittman Jr. at the flex. Chuba Hubbard. Where do you have Jacoby Myers ranked? Where do I have Jacoby Myers ranked? 36th. Right behind Emmanuel Sanders. 36th. Dawson Knox against the Chiefs or Noah Fant versus Pittsburgh. Personally, I would go with Noah Fant, Damian Williams, Cordell Patterson, or Marvin Jones. Cordell Patterson, Tyler Boyd, Corey Davis, or A-Rob this week. Ooh, I think I have Corey Davis. Let me check. I do. I have Corey Davis the highest, so Corey Davis. Do you think Myles Gaskin will turn things around? Not this week. Not this week, no. I think after this week, he'll get better. Hopefully he just plays more. Oh, dang it, I missed your thing, Ciclan. I'm sorry. It's hard looking over back and forth, so now I just have it on my main computer screen. I had a cranberry blueberry muffin. That sounds good. And coffee in the morning. And then for lunch I had Jimmy John's. Let's get it. Jimmy John's delish. And now I'm going to shower and eat pita chips with hummus. That sounds delicious. Ciclan. Should I? I was going to say, no, that's weird. I'm not going to say it. Should I start Lance, Jones, or Tannehill at quarterback? For me, Trey Lance. Herbert or Rodgers? I asked you the other day what you were thinking though. Herbert or Rodgers? I believe I have Herbert one spot higher than Rodgers still. No. I have Rodgers higher. So Rodgers. I would go with Rodgers. I'm thinking about starting Mike Davis over DeAndre Hopkins in my flex. What do you think? I don't think that's crazy. I mean, I would still go Hopkins, but I like Mike Davis a lot this week. Kenny G or Emmanuel Sanders or Jacoby? I have Emmanuel. I think I have Emmanuel Sanders the highest, actually. Yeah, I have Emmanuel Sanders the highest. Gibson or Higgins? Higgins. Marvin Jones, Galladay, or Holiday? Or Hollywood? Hollywood is the highest. Let me double check. Yeah, Marquise Brown. I would go Marquise Brown. Gibson or Sutton. For me, I would go. No, that's Crowder or Sutton. Sutton. How do you feel about Claypool? I don't really like Claypool a whole lot, to be honest with you, this week. The only Steelers wide receiver I feel good about is Deontay. That's the only one I feel good about. Mixon or Zach Moss? Honestly, I have Zach Moss. I don't really want to play. Two guys I really don't want to play this week, but if you have to, you got to play them. But if you have better options, I would do it. Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon. I really don't want to play those two guys this week. I really don't. Last week, Dalvin Cook didn't even play on over 50% of the snaps. So I really don't want to play him this week unless, of course, you have to, then, go for it. But those are two guys I want to stick away from. Higgins, A.J. Brown, rest of the season. A.J. Brown for me. Pitts or Andrews? Start. Andrews. McLaurin or Hopkins this week? McLaurin. Sutton, Pittman, or AB? Sutton. Since Russ is out for a couple of weeks, should I start Winston, Heineke, or pick up Baker? Heineke was the move. What do you... who do you think will put up more points? Jacoby Myers or Emmanuel Sanders? For me, Emmanuel Sanders. Think Zeke or Hawkinson will play this week? Yeah, I think so. Who gets the better haul? Hawkinson and Mike Davis or Kareem Hunt and Hollywood Brown? I think that's a pretty fair trade. It just depends on who the other person is starting at tight end. I mean, I would like Hawkinson and Mike Davis side, but I think the other side's really solid as well. You told me to start OBJ over Woods, and I fell asleep and accidentally left Woods in. Well, hey, I'm glad that worked out for you. I mean, I did say during my live stream, okay? I did say this. I said I'm moving down Robert Woods in my rankings, and now this means he's going to go off. And that's exactly what happened. So, I'm pretty sure I'm single-handedly the reason Robert Woods broke out of his funk. I think I did it, so I think everybody should say thank you, I helped everybody out, okay, that had Robert Woods. I helped you. I purposely did that so that I could look like the idiot and Robert Woods could finally break out. So, you're welcome, okay? You're welcome. Mike Evans, Moore, or A.J. Brown? If that's DJ Moore for me. Good wide receiver trade targets for CEH and Julio. I mean, I think that you could get like a top 20 guy. Like, I don't really know. It's hard for me to really say who exactly to try to target. I would try to target like Amari Cooper, Maybe AJ Brown, something like that. Fournette or Moss? For Fournette for me. Michael Carter and Miles Sanders. I'm still going Miles Sanders there. Thank you. You're welcome, Noah. You're welcome. Hurts or Winston this week? Hurts. Jamison Crowder, Devontae Smith, Hollywood, or Damian Williams. Pick 2. Thanks. You're welcome. Let me see, Charles. So I would go with Hollywood, and I would go with Damian Williams this week. So Hollywood and Damian Williams. Mike Davis or Galladay at flex. Mike Davis for me. Damian Williams, Aaron Jones. Jeez. Aaron Jones. Odell Beckham Jr. So, yeah, I would go with Aaron Jones, and then personally I would go with Damian Williams, J4. And what's up, J4? Let's see. Hurts, Melvin Gordon or Zach Moss, Pitts or Hubbard, Chuba Hubbard. Saquon or Najee for the rest of the season. Ooh, that is tough. Honestly, I'd probably go with Saquon. I think he's the better player. And they play on about the same offense, both hot garbage. So, Hunt, CH, Damian Williams, Hollywood, or Renfro. Pick 2. So I would go with Hunt and Hollywood there. I would go with Hunt and Hollywood. Alexis, Damian Harris, Emmanuel Sanders, Zach Moss, Jamar Chase, Latavius Murray. Pick 2. Damian Harris, and I would go with Zach Moss. So, or no, Jamar Chase. I'm sorry. Ooh, that one is tough. Ooh, those are really close. Let me check these two guys real quick. I need to check where I have them. I would go with Jamar Chase and Damian Harris. I hate to sip Zach Moss though. That is really tough. But I do have Zach Moss lower in my rankings compared to the others. So, Shenault or Boyd? Shenault. Ayuk, Cooks, Callaway, Tim Patrick, or Curtis Samuel. Only one. I would go with, out of all of them, Brandon Cooks. Thought on Damian Harris rest of the year. I like him rest of the year. Thanks for your answers, bro. No problem. Thoughts on Jacoby Myers rest of the year? I like him. He's seeing a bunch of targets. Just needs to score a touchdown. They'll come. Jacoby Myers and Marvin Jones for the rest of the year. Marvin Jones for me. Melvin Gordon or Myers at flex. Jacoby Myers for as long as it's PPR. Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. Godwin or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. Daniel Jones or Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones or Daniel Jones? Huh? Is this Inception? You skipped my comment. I'm sorry. I go down to the bottom. Ask again. Ask me again. Ask your question again. Washington's D versus Saints or Dallas versus Giants? Washington versus Saints. No, I have the Cowboys. The Cowboys are ranked higher for me. Cowboys. Evans, Godwin, Jefferson, or Jamar. Pick 2. So Jefferson and Godwin are the highest for me. Thoughts on Nick Chubb this week? Love Nick Chubb this week. He's a top 10 play. Patterson, Zeke, Hunt, Mixon, pick 2. Zeke and Hunt for me. Robinson or Shenault? Allen Robinson? I would go with Allen Robinson. I just traded for Metcalf 4 days ago. That's rough. That is rough. I'm sorry to hear that. That is rough. Herbert or Danny Dimes? Herbert, Mike Davis, or CEH? Mike Davis. I have Mike Davis higher. Evans, Godwin, Jefferson. I got that one. Traded Gibson and JT for Swift. Full point PPR. Gibson had no role on my team, so it's basically JT for Swift. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, in full point PPR, that's solid. Yes, I like that. I'm so rude. What's up, everybody? Smash the like button. The Longhorns have my mind screwed up. Oh, you're good, J4. Yeah, let's smash that like button. Let's get some likes up in here. We're at 12 likes. Let's get it up to 20 likes. Come on, we can do it. Let's get it to 20 likes. And if you're over on TikTok right now and you want your questions answered, coming to YouTube is the best way to get your questions answered. All you got to do is click my profile. In my profile, there will be a link tree. Click the link tree and it'll take you over to my YouTube channel. Very easy. All you got to do, come on over, hit that subscribe button when you get over here. I go live like every single day. Try to every single day. So come on over. Let's get it. Sanders or James Conner? So if it's PPR, I'm going Sanders. For standard, I'm going James Conner. Who wins this trade? Ridley for Cordell Patterson plus Galladay? I'd rather have the Ridley side. CH or Damian Harris rest of the season? That's tough. They're right there with each other. I'd probably say CH for now. But if Damian Harris really shows this week that he's, is seeing that work that he saw last week, absolutely give me it. Work league, veto my trade, but I'm Commish. Huh? Yeah, force it through. Why do you still have veto? Veto should not be a thing. Ozai, yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing? Let me see here. Do you think Chubb is a good play against the LA's really good D? And why? No, he's a good play. The Los Angeles Chargers are currently giving up the 4th most rushing yards in the NFL. It's not a very good run defense. It's a run funnel. Like, they're a really good pass secondary, but in terms of their rush defense, they're not very good. All right, get more questions in chat. I'm going to jump down to the bottom. Feel free to ask it again. Please do not spam chat, though. Like, post your questions, and then after a couple minutes, I really should put a slow mode on here. I don't know if I can. I know I can, but I think I got to do it before the live stream. So, oh well. All right. So Max Williams or Jared Cook? Jared Cook. Danny Dimes or Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins. Let's see. Jacobs, Sutton, or A-Rob? I would go with Jacobs. Chenault or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Start one for flex. It's insane. Lamb, Taylor, Mixon, or A.J. Brown. What? Lamb. I would go with him over all. Chuba Hubbard or CEH? I'm going with Chuba Hubbard this week. As long as, you know, CMC's out, which I think he's going to be out this week. It looks like he's going to be out. Stop spamming. Yes, please do not spam. I will get your questions. Hollywood Brown or Mixon? Hollywood Brown. I really don't like Mixon this week at all. Start one. Person for flex. Oh, I got that one. Danny Dimes got that one. Devontae Smith, Fournette, or Damian Williams. For me, I would go with Fournette. Thoughts on Nick Chubb? I love Nick Chubb. Fire him up this week. Max Williams or Jared Cook? Jared Cook. Damian Harris or Dalvin this week? I'm going with Damian Harris. I know it might sound crazy, but I really don't want to trust Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon this week. I really don't want to do that this week. So I'm not trusting these two guys this week. Ruggs or Mooney? For me, I have... Let me double check that. Ruggs or Mooney? Ruggs or Mooney? I have Darnell Mooney ranked higher. Darnell Mooney. Mike Will or Keenan? I believe I have Keenan Allen ranked higher. Keenan Allen's 2 spots ahead of Mike Williams. So, if you spam, doesn't guarantee your question will be asked. Please type, yes, I agree. Please do not spam. That's all I ask. You can ask your question multiple times. If I don't get to it right away and I kind of skip past it, go ahead, ask it again. Thanks for the answer. No problem. A.J. Brown, Keenan Allen, rest of the season. Personally, I would want Keenan Allen right now. Hubbard or Mike Davis? Mike Davis. Bateman. Bateman's going to be great when he comes back. Hopefully he comes back this week. So a guy came to me and asked if I wanted Swift and Ridley, but he wants Lockett and someone else. What are your thoughts? I would do that trade, especially right now with Russ being out for a while. Fire it up. Mixon or P. Ryan? I'm going to go with Mixon, but I don't feel good about either or. Pick 2 wide receivers, full point PPR, A.J. Brown, Marvin Jones, Deontay Johnson, or Hollywood. For me, it would be A.J. Brown and Deontay Johnson. Mike Willard, Keenan Keelan. Take the shot. I can't take the shot. There's too many questions. Knox or Gesicki? For me, Gesicki. Kenny G or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Madison, if Cooks is out, or AB? If Cooks is out, fire up Madison 100%. Madison is a very high-end RB2 this week if Cooks is out. Pick 2, Jacoby Myers, Corey Davis, Marvin Jones. For me, Corey Davis and Marvin Jones. I like you better than any other fantasy. Can you answer all the questions? Fantasy AZ? Who's that? Oh, is that kid? I know who that kid is. The Fantasy Arizona one. I actually was going to post a video of him today on TikTok. I won't lie. So... He made that one on week 1. He's like, hey, I really think I have the best knowledge on this app. You know, I told everybody Amari Cooper is going to be wide receiver 1 this year. I told everybody not to draft Mike Evans. Now Mike Evans is 1 spot behind Amari Cooper in scoring on the year. I told everybody not to draft Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is now number 5 on the year in scoring at the running back position. It's just a little funny that he already came out right after the game got over for Thursday night, week 1, and says, I have the best knowledge on this app when it comes to fantasy football after week 1, patting himself on the back and doing a victory lap. I think that's pretty funny. I think that's very funny that he did that. So, whatever. That's just, I was going to make a TikTok, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Since Julio is out, Do you start Ruggs or Pittman? I would go Pittman. Gibson or Robinson? If that's James Robinson, Robinson. Amari or CD? Arizona thinks he's a stuff. You're way better. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Amari or CD? Do you set it and forget it for Herbert to hear whole year? Yeah, I would, like, unless you have a really, really good option other than Herbert. Like, Herbert's just the kind of, like, this is what I do. Like, if I draft a quarterback earlier in my drafts, I don't roster another quarterback. It's just, that's my quarterback every single game. I don't care who they're playing. That's my quarterback. I don't eat up another roster spot. Leave it and forget it. Absolutely. Yeah, I think the fantasy knowledge is better than his. I trust your opinions over his. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you, guys. Bateman play and Mixon or P. Ryan. Ooh, I would probably go Mixon personally. Zaddy. Ooh, Zaddy in the chat. Should I DK since Russ is out? What about DK? Should you try to trade him? Or, I mean, you could try to trade him, but I think his value is really low right now. Waddle or A-Rob? A-Rob. Hurts or Herbert? Hurts. CEH, Chase Edmonds or Boyd? Chase Edmonds is the highest. Vikings or Cowboys defense? For me, Cowboys defense. Damian Harris or Damian Williams, AB, Cordell, Marvin Jones, pick 2. I would go with Cordell Patterson and Damian Williams this week, Ricardo. You the go. No, you guys the go. I appreciate everybody hanging out. You guys are the go. And I got to say real quick, I got to do a quick word, you know, got to plug myself a little bit. If you don't get your questions answered, super chats are available. Also, down in the description, you'll see a little thing to say, become a member. You could join. There's different tiers. You unlock different things. You get priority in chat because your name is a different color. You have a little badge. And also, if you guys haven't already, go over to BetUS, sign up, put a $50 deposit right now. You get a $125 deposit match bonus over on BetUS. They have a sports book. They have a casino. It's a cool site. And Warren Sapp is a spokesperson. You know, you can't go wrong with that. So, BetUS down in the description. All right, let's get back to it. Corey Davis or Kadarius Toney? I would go with Corey Davis. Is Nick Chubb and Zach Moss a good duo? Yes, I think for this week, absolutely, yes. I just don't understand how he has 100 and you only have 5K. Well, because he was doing it like, so this is what I'll say to anybody that has more followers than me. Like, they're starting probably before I were, or they work incredibly hard. But it's also a mix of both. Like, you can't get to 100K followers and not work hard. So, like, he works hard. He makes new content every single day. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel. But if I'd, like, stop my YouTube channel and just solely focus on TikTok, I know that I could grow way faster. But I do put a lot of time and effort into my YouTube channel. To be quite honest, I mean, I'm making the most money on the YouTube channel right now. So it's like, and I love my YouTube fans. This is where I started. If I would have, last year I was getting a good amount of views last year. It's just I wasn't really getting people to follow me. If I would have stuck with it with TikTok, I definitely think I could be really big on TikTok. But I'll get there eventually. I'll get there for sure. Patterson or Fournette at flex? For me, Patterson. Allen Robinson, Antonio Brown, Devontae Smith, Brandon Cooks. I would go with pick 2 out of those guys, so I would go with Allen Robinson and Brandon Cooks. A-Rod or Hurts, Galladay or Marquise Brown. Hey, we got a member. Gaming Incorporated. Welcome to the starter. Ooh, he's a starter. Let's get it. Gaming Incorporated. Officially a starter. Shout out to Gaming Incorporated. Now he gets his questions answered right away. Priority chat, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Becoming a member. I mean, I appreciate everybody that hangs out with me. And, you know, there's 41 people right now. I never thought I would be here. And I know it's not that many, really. But, hey, it's a lot to me. So, appreciate it. Imagine the best analogy I ever heard was was actually my brother said it. Because he said that a streamer said it. And he said, like, imagine 41 people hanging out in your room watching you, you know, talk. That, like, can you imagine 41 people? And there's like 80, there was earlier 80 some, now there's 60 some people over on TikTok. Just like 40 people standing in one room just talking to me. That would be like overwhelming. But hey, it's fun. It's fun. I love doing this. So appreciate everybody hanging out. You all the goats. Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert. Zach Moss, Cordell Patterson, Deontay Johnson, or Damian Harris. Pick 2. So I would go with Cordell Patterson and Damian Harris. CEH or Amari. Knox or Fant? Fant. I traded for Metcalf 4 days ago. How bad is it now that Wilson is injured? It's a little rough, but don't panic. Don't panic. So it's okay because he was definitely being targeted a lot by Geno Smith, so it's okay. I've been here like at least 8 times, so I thought it was fair to support. Hey, appreciate it. You know, you don't have to. I mean, I appreciate you doing it. Don't never feel like you have to do it because I see people coming in here a lot. I've seen your name a lot too. I mean, I definitely appreciate you doing it, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. You guys are awesome. Gibson or Higgins? For me, Higgins. I would go with Higgins. Hollywood, Marvin Jones, A-Rob, or Galladay. Only one? I would go with Hollywood. Debo, Mike Williams, Stephon Diggs, or DJ Moore. Which do I start? Huh? Only one? I mean, I would go... Okay, so it would go Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, Debo, Mike Williams in that order. I traded Julio and Javonte Williams for Zach Moss, and I didn't even realize, but I'll work out, I hope. I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it, but that's not that bad. Like, Zach Moss, so since he got basically a healthy scratch week 1, from week 2 onward, he's RB10 right now in fantasy football. RB10, he's currently, I think he has the 4th most touchdowns and the 4th most red zone attempts. So, hey, if that stays up on one of the league's highest powered offenses, right? Hey, he looks good right now. Cooper, Galladay, Corey Davis, pick 1. For me, Cooper. Pick 3, Edmonds, Deontay Johnson, Moss, Latavius Murray, Chenault. Edmonds, Deontay Johnson, Zach Moss. Would you rather have McCaffrey or Najee and DJ Moore? Ooh, that's tough. So if you're in a situation where you could use like the extra spots and like start extra people, like maybe your wide receiver 2 is not very good, then I'd rather have the Najee side. But like if you're really like your team's stacked and you're really looking to just upgrade at a position, then I mean Christian McCaffrey side. But like I'd probably prefer honestly the Najee and DJ Moore. Full point PPR, pick 1, Prescott, Darnold, Hurts, Prescott for me. Hubbard or Hunt? Hunt. Elijah Moore or Jamal Williams, even though tough week, don't judge. So honestly, I would go with Jamal Williams. Yo, what's up? Aspire Sports is the best. What up? What it do? Chase or Melvin? Chase. Darnell Mooney or AJ Green rest of the season? So I'm kind of liking what I see out of Darnell Mooney right now. I'd probably go Darnell Mooney because just not as much competition there for touches. I'm in a tough Pringle. Got offered Justin Jefferson, DeAndre Swift, and Renfro for CMC. And I need a wide receiver. I would do that absolutely. Heck yeah. Pittman or Deontay Johnson? Deontay Johnson. Should I start Amari Cooper or Marquise Brown? I would go with Cooper. Hunt or Hubbard? Hunt. Edmonds or Moss or Murray? For me, I would go with, if only one, Edmonds. Edmonds, Moss, then Murray. Please, I need the help. I got you. I got that question. Should I try trading Keenan Allen and AB for Diggs? I mean, I would. Yeah. Hunt or Hubbard? Hunt. Amari, Hopkins, Waddle, or Brandon Cooks, pick 3. So I would go with Amari, Hopkins, and Brandon Cooks. Daniel Jones or Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins. Daniel Jones or Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins. I traded Najee and Michael Pittman. I got Devontae Adams. That's solid. I dropped Chuba Hubbard because... Wait, I dropped Chuba because I thought he was hurt. And Chris Hubbard... Oh, no. Oh, that was... Rip. Hey, it's okay. No worries. I mean, Chuba Hubbard, he's like... He'll be an okay play this week, but no worries. Start one in the flex. Game Incorporated. Chase Edmonds. Take into account he is an injury. Mike Evans, Marvin Jones, Sanders, Zach Moss, Damian Harris, half-point PPR. So, I have Damian Harris ranked the highest. Now, I did see, though, I'm not totally worried, but there's a little bit. Right now, the New England Patriots are down 4 of their starting offensive linemen. 2 of them have COVID. So, it's a little concerning for Damian Harris, but I still really like the matchup. I like his usage last week. I like his snaps. I like the routes run. I liked everything from Damian Harris, so I think this week is a solid week. So I would go Damian Harris, Chase Edmonds, Zach Moss in that order. Chase Edmonds or Miles Sanders? Chase Edmonds. Do you think Chase Edmonds is still going to play? I do think he's going to play. Hubbard, CEH, Mike Davis, and Godwin. So pick 2. I would go with Mike Davis and Ooh, I would go with Mike Davis and Godwin. Does Hunter Renfrow stay consistent with his target share? Yeah, I think so. I think that Derek Carr obviously likes him, so I think he'll be fine. Joe Mixon or Javonte Williams? I have Joe Mixon just a couple spots higher. It's really close between those two. Chase Edmonds or Miles Sanders? Chase Edmonds. Let's see. Thoughts on Chris Carson injury? I'm no doctor. I mean, the best thing... What I would do is I would go watch what the fantasy doctor says and just take what he says. Because I'm no doctor. He deals with people every single day. The athletes, he's dealt with athletes and their injuries. He can tell you a whole lot better than what I can what to expect from the injury. So personally, I would go watch the fantasy doctor's video and go with what he says. LaVisca or Cordell Patterson? Cordell Patterson. Do I sit Damian Williams if I have Marvin Jones and Hollywood at the flex? Yeah, for me, it's really close between Damian Williams and Marvin Jones. But Marvin Jones, I mean, I think that's solid. I would stick with that. Would you play Chargers D this week? Would you play the Chargers D this week? Who would play the Chargers D this week? Or would you play? No. I mean, I personally wouldn't. It depends on who else is available. If that's literally the only defense to fire him up. LaVisca or Cordell standard scoring, I would go with Cordell. Sanders, OBJ, or Corey Davis. Corey Davis for me. Waddle or A-Rob? A-Rob, LaVisca. I already got that one. Tom Brady or Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott. Curtis Samuel worth rostering? Yes, I think he's worth rostering. Keep him on your roster. Chuba Hubbard or Gainwell rest of the season? So I would go with Gainwell. Hey, man, I got a question. I'm tempted to trade away Gibson. I have 2 potential offers. I can make it. I can do Gibson for Jonathan Taylor, or I can do Gibson plus Hurts for Barkley. Jalen Hurts is my backup. Absolutely. Gibson plus Hurts for Barkley. 100% do that. Nick Chubb, Cordell Patterson, Marvin Jones, or T. Higgins. Pick 2. Nick Chubb, and I would go with Cordell Patterson. Stop spamming, man. Yeah, please do not spam chat. I will get to the questions. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're over on TikTok right now, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. You can click my profile. My profile, it will take you to the description. You can see in the description my LinkedIn or link tree. My link tree will take you over here. Come on over. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to some questions here. Kirk or Mac? I would go with Kirk. Chase Edmonds is out. Take my word. Start James Conner. Heard it here first. All right, heard it here first. He's got some breaking news. Henry Ruggs or Chuba Hubbard or Zach Moss? For me, I would go with Chuba Hubbard. It's really close between him and Zach Moss. You playing Patterson over JT? No, I wouldn't do that. Devontae Adams and Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson and DJ Moore? Wait, is that a trade? Which side would I rather have? Personally, I'd rather have Devontae Adams. It's really close, though, but just because Deontay's a beast, him. Cobb, Boyd, and Jones Jr. Jones Jr. and Boyd. Trade away Taylor and Amari for Eckler and Woods? Absolutely, yes. I would do that. Good deal or no? Yes. Who at flex? Gibson, Devontae Parker, Brandon Cooks, or Tony? I would still go with Gibson. It's close between him and Brandon Cooks for me. Gesicki or Dawson Knox? Gesicki, Callaway, worth rostering 12-team? If you really need to pick up somebody, no. But, I mean, it depends on who you're dropping. I wouldn't just drop him to drop him. I would hold on to him, but it's up to you. Whoever's available. Moss or McKissick? Moss. A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, Marvin Jones, Mike Evans, Jacoby Myers, Henry Ruggs. Pick 3. All right, so A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, and then it's really close between Mike Evans and Marvin Jones, but I would go with Mike Evans. Madison, if Cook is out, or Patterson. If Cook is out, fire him up. Fire him up, Cordell Patterson. Got Nick Richard. Yo, what's up, Nick? James Conner or Parker. Hunter Patterson. Waddle or A-Rob. Thanks, man. Hey, appreciate you with the $5 donation, Nick. Shout out to Nick. I've seen him donate a couple times here, so shout out to Nick. He's an OG. Thank you, Nick. Means a lot. So let's get to the questions. So, James Robinson or Devontae Parker. So, if it is a PPR league, full point PPR, if it's PPR, I would go with Parker here. Now, if it's standard, I would go James Robinson, Hunt, or Patterson. Personally, I would go with Hunt. This one is very close, though, but I would lead Hunt. And then Waddle or A-Rob, I would go with A-Rob. Appreciate you being a part of the live stream, and appreciate you once again for donating. Thank you, my man. Knox, Schultz, Gesicki, rest of the season. For me, Gesicki. I love Gesicki. I was a big fan of Gesicki heading into the season. I'm going to stick to my guns. He's been playing better because he's playing more snaps. Thankfully, why did he play less than 40% of the snaps in 1 week? Blows my mind. But give me him. Let's see. Pick 2, we got Higgins, Shamar Chase, Amari Thielen. So I would go with Thielen and Amari Cooper. Is it time to trade OBJ, Tyler Lockett, and Tyler Boyd? Would be a good idea to make a vid about Seattle Seahawks now that Russ is out for a while. That is true. I didn't think of that, Optimize. That's a pretty good idea, huh? Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. My boy Optimize, shout out to Optimize. I would hold OBJ. I just think that Tyler Lockett right now, his value is really low with this. So you're probably going to have to hold on to him. I would try to trade Tyler Boyd, I think I said Tyler Boyd for that. I meant Tyler Lockett. But, like, I would try to trade him if you get a good offer. But, like, right now, Tyler Lockett's value is probably really low. The guy said James Conner, not James Robinson, between him and Parker. Oh, okay. Wait. Huh? James Conner? Oh, is it supposed to be James Robinson? Now, if that's James Robinson or Parker, I would go with James Robinson. Swift or JT? I would go with Swift. What's up? Yo, what up? What do you think about Dallas defense rest of the season? I think right now they look pretty solid. I would keep firing them up. Do you think AJ Brown can put up some points coming off injury and missing last week? Yes, I do. I like him this week. OBJ, Mike Evans, or Corey Davis. Mike Evans the highest. If Cook is out, who would you sit between JT, Patterson, and Damian Williams? I would sit Damian Williams, personally. Noah Fant or Schultz? I would go with Fant. Who won this trade? Kittle for Miles Sanders and Jared Cook. Well, now that Kittle's out, I would say Miles Sanders side. Cordell Patterson or James Robinson? For me, James Robinson. Connor Sanders or Chuba Hubbard? For me, it's Chuba Hubbard. AJ Green or Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks. Who would you play? Chargers D this week? Or would you play Chargers? Like, I personally wouldn't. But it depends on your other options, though. Like, who are your other options? If there's really no other good options, then yeah, fire them up. They're at home. Should be a decent game. Though they have a good secondary. So A.J. Brown or Justin Jefferson rest of the year. For me, Justin Jefferson. Swift, Patterson, CeeDee Lamb, pick half-point PPR, pick 2. Swift and CeeDee. OBJ, Mike Evans, or Corey Davis. Mike Evans. What defense you streaming this week? Can you name a few? So it depends on who's available. I'd imagine a lot of these defenses, like the top-tier defense, so New England, Tampa Bay, Denver, Dallas, they're probably not available. Arizona, Minnesota, Las Vegas. Like, those would be 2 that maybe are not available, and 2 defenses that I think are streamable, Minnesota, Las Vegas. Don't feel great about it, but probably available. You can do it. Is Damian Williams over CEH the smart move? I'd probably go CEH, but I do like Damian Williams this week, so it's really close. Do you think that Knox will continue to get targets against the Chiefs tomorrow? Chiefs have a pretty bad secondary, so I think he'll be okay. It's just, with him, though, like, tight end's just so ugly. So if you have him, like, fire him up, but it just depends on who you have. Why are you so low on A.J. Brown? I don't think I'm low on A.J. Brown. Do you think I'm low on A.J. Brown? Oh, are you saying because A.J. Brown or Justin Jefferson? Let me get to this real quick. I have a defense question. First is the Raiders or Panthers. I have the Panthers ranked highest. Second is the Vikings or Cowboys. I have Cowboys ranked higher. And the last one is Vikings, Titans, Falcons, or Panthers. I have the Panthers ranked the highest. So Panthers first, Cowboys, and then Panthers again. Why are you low on A.J. Brown? I'm not low on A.J. Brown. I just love Justin Jefferson, if that's like what you're referring to. And appreciate, once again, Nick, for the $5 donation. My man. He's donated multiple times before. My man. Coming in clutch with that donation. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being a part of the live stream as well. So, I'm not low on A.J. Brown. It's just, I'd rather have Justin Jefferson. It's really close. Like, heading into the season, I had Justin Jefferson 1 spot ahead of A.J. Brown in my ranking. So, I think it's really close. But I just like Justin Jefferson in this offense with Kirk Cousins. There's really not much of a difference between the two. Like, if you want to go A.J. Brown, certainly go for it. I think it's incredibly close. I just rather have Justin Jefferson there. Is Nick Chubb a good choice this week? Absolutely. OBJ, Mike Evans, or Corey Davis, Mike Evans. Michael Carter, Latavius Murray, Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, or Jamal Williams. Pick 2. Ooh. Oof. That is close. So I'm pretty sure out of all those guys, I actually have Latavius Murray the highest, followed by Javonte Williams. So Latavius Murray and Javonte Williams. Should I start Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson for me. Kenny Gainwell or Miles Sanders? You know that Kenny Gainwell is outscoring Miles Sanders right now? He's outscoring Miles Sanders. I'm still firing up Miles Sanders, though. Unless it's full point PPR, then I'd probably go Gainwell, but I'm still firing him up. How do you know that Gesicki will be able to put up points with Brisket at quarterback? I mean, he's already put up points with them. Like, he's been putting up points 2 solid weeks in a row. Listen, the first week why Mike Gesicki was not very good is because he played on less than 40% of the snaps, which was absolutely criminal that he did that. I can't believe that they did that. He's one of the better tight ends in the league. So, he's going to be better. Last year when Tua took over, he was tight end 4 when Tua took over for the rest of the season on a points per game basis. Right now, after his, no show in week 1, from week 2 onward, he's been tight end 4. So, fire up Gesicki. He's a solid tight end. He's very, very good. Godwin or Debo? Debo. OBJ, Mike Evans, or Corey Davis? I got this question so many times already. I said Mike Evans, Mike Evans, Mike Evans, Mike Evans. Chuba Hubbard or Hunt? Hunt. Aspire Sports is the best. Hey, appreciate it, my squad. How should I start Myers, Deontay Johnson, or Corey Davis at flex? Deontay Johnson. It would go Deontay Johnson, Corey Davis, Jacoby Myers for me in that order. Bruce Palmer. I have Cook, Mixon, Chuba Hubbard, Mike Davis. Ooh, I have to start Cook, but should I start Hubbard or Mike Davis in my RB2 spot? I don't think Mixon will play. I would go Davis, personally. I have him higher. Potential trade. I get CMC and Thomas. Trade away Kamara, Cooks, and Knox. I have Pitts. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that trade. Minnesota's D over Titans D and Falcons D? Yes, I would. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, personally. It's not a huge difference, but I would personally go Minnesota's defense, yes. Do you think that Kamara is going to recover his fantasy potential? So with Kamara right now, he just needs to see better receiving work. Like, that's the issue right now, is his receiving work is not there what it used to be. So we need to see better receiving work, and then yes. After this week, my wide receivers are DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, Marvin Jones, and Emmanuel Sanders. I need water. I'm gonna cough. DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, or no, my gosh, okay, Gaming Incorporated, let me get to this. So, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, Marvin Jones, and Emmanuel Sanders. Who do I look at starting going forward? So, I would go with DJ Moore. Now it's going to come down to with what's his face out, Russell Wilson out. Like, I would probably lean Mike Evans a little bit. It depends on the matchup, but really DJ Moore is the absolute must start. I would be starting him every single week, and then from there we'll go from there. So I would definitely be starting DJ Moore, and then really between DK Metcalf and Mike Evans, followed by Marvin Jones in that order. Thanks for doing this every week. Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming by. Hey, thanks. A real MVP, my wife. Give me a water. Thank God. Yo, Hydro Jug. You want a sponsor? Hey, sponsor. If anybody works for Hydro Jug, tell them I want a sponsor. I already try to reach out to them. Would you drop Max Williams for Dwelly? My other tight ends are Fant and Schultz. I mean, I personally wouldn't even have that many tight ends on my team. Personally, I would get rid of them and just pick up like a running back or a wide receiver. Hey, we got Ruckus here. Great show. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you, my guy. So we got Damian Williams or Hubbard at flex. Rodgers or Cousins. So I would go with Chuba Hubbard at flex, and then I would go with Kirk over Rodgers. It is very, very close, though, with that. But I like Kirk Cousins this week against Detroit. So Chuba Hubbard and Kirk Cousins for me. And appreciate the $5 donation. And appreciate you hanging out and being part of the live stream. Thank you. Wait, you're married? Guess we're not gonna go on that first date. Oh yeah, I'm married. Yo, Optimize, you never even asked, my guy. What? Yo, we could go and talk about Big Ben, how he's the greatest in NFL history. We can still do that, though. Mike Evans or Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen. Would you do Metcalf plus CEH for DJ Moore? I probably wouldn't. No, honestly. I would probably keep DK Metcalf and CEH. Gibson or Chuba Hubbard? Chuba Hubbard. A-Rob, Higgins, Corey Davis, Jacoby Myers, Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Sanders. Full point PPR. Pick 4. All right, so Higgins, Davis, Marvin Jones, and Allen Robinson. Okay, this is my last. This is what I'm going to do with Allen Robinson as well. I'm going to move him down after this week, and I'll probably actually start to turn it around, just like Robert Woods. I moved him way down, near to wide receiver 40 this week, in hopes that he would get restarted by me telling everybody not to play him anymore. Hey, and that's exactly what happened. So, I can't do that with Allen Robinson yet. After this week, if he does not perform, he's moving all the way down the ranks, and then that's when you know you need to play him this week. Gibson or Chuba Hubbard? Chuba Hubbard. Damian Williams or AB? Damian Williams. Love you, man. Hydrate. Hey, appreciate it, Mike D. Love you. Is Connor a must start if Edmonds is out? Yes, 100%. If he's out, he's a must start. Would you trade Mike Evans and Damian Harris for CEH and Brandon Cooks? So trade. No, I would keep Mike Evans and Damian Harris personally. It's Dynasty. We have a big roster. Oh, okay. Okay, Iron. Hey, then, see, that's the hardest thing is I don't really know all the details, so you know your league's best. I think that's solid then, what you would have done, yeah. Actually, I would probably keep what was the question then? Max Williams for Dwelly? No, I would keep, so personally, I would keep Max Williams. I think he has more Dynasty potential than Dwelly, personally. Is Connor a must start? Yeah, I already got that one. Can I trust Robert Woods moving forward, and should I sell high on him after Woods' performance? Is Kupp still the wide receiver 1 on the team? So I think these two will coexist. So they said that they needed to get Robert Woods more involved, and that's exactly what happened. I wouldn't try to sell high right now. I would just keep him personally. I would keep him on your team and have him going forward personally. Would you trade Mike Evans and Damian Harris for CH and Brandon Cooks? Wait, no, I got that one. I wouldn't do that. I traded Diggs for Debo and Corey Davis. It's a 3 wide receiver league. I have, yeah, I think that's decent what you did. I think that's okay. The trade. Cards or Bucks defense special teams. I have the Bucks higher, so I would go with the Bucks defense. Thanks, you're welcome. No problem. Do I set and forget it with Jared Cook? If there's like no other better options out there, yeah. Like, okay, so this is what happens a lot, right? How many people are guilty of this? I was guilty of this last week. Well, I picked up Dalton Schultz in a couple leagues, but then I dropped. Okay, so Jared Cook did not have a good week. Not this week, this past week. He had a good week this past week, but the week prior. So I dropped him. I picked somebody else up, and then that person let me down. I was chasing points, right? You don't want to chase points. What happens a lot is if somebody has a bad week, chances are the next week they're going to rebound. They got to keep that, like, their average up. So chances are they'll rebound. Now, this week is probably going to be a little bit of a down week for Jared Cook, possibly. Could he certainly have another good week? Absolutely. And then the following week, maybe it's a bad week. But, like, don't point chase. Just keep your guy. If there's nobody better in free agency right now, like, just fire him up every single week. Absolutely. Do I trade CEH and Julio for A.J. Brown? Is that too much? No, I would get A.J. Brown. This guy in my league offered me Matthew Stafford and Robert Woods for Sophie Pigs. Did I win the trade? I don't know, man. What do the feet look like? No. Matthew Stafford and Robert Woods are going to be... These two guys are going to put up MVP numbers. No, Matthew Stafford. No, honestly, I already said it. Kyler Murray in the beginning of the season. He's the MVP. I think I'm going to do Myers over A-Rob. Okay, hey, do it. Go with your gut. I always say to everybody, I'm not always right. I wish I was, but I'm not always right. Go with your gut. Absolutely. Gibson, Cooks, or A-Rob? One of them, Gibson. I don't feel great about it, but I would go him. Marvin Jones or Patterson, are we not worried about the less? No, absolutely. I am worried about that. I talk about it all the time, and that's why Cordell Patterson is an absolute sell high. Now, with that being said, with Calvin Ridley, that's a big deal for him this week. I do like him this week because I think he's going to play a little bit more than the regular snap count that he gets. But I think right now is a perfect time to sell high heading into this week, because I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing I'm thinking, like, oh man, this is a great week to start him. So I think it's a great opportunity to try to sell him personally. But if you have him, I would go with Patterson this week. Corey Davis or Claypool? Corey Davis. It's a 12-team league. Yeah, so Drew, if there's nobody better in free agency, which I'm in a bunch of 12-team leagues, so it does get pretty hairy there at tight end, just sit him and forget him, absolutely. Patterson, Moss, Singletary, Javonte, pick one. Patterson for me. A.J. Brown or Jamar Chase? For me this week, A.J. Brown. The best tight end viable is Tunyon and Conklin. Yeah, I would go with Cook. Like, those guys are all basically in the same tier, but right now you have Cook playing on, like, the most... You have Cook, okay, so... You might say, like, that, the... Let me double check this. I don't want to misspeak here. I want to make sure I'm correct. So let me pull this up here. Alright, so... Before I... Yes, so... Okay, so here's the thing with the Chargers as well. So the Chargers are a high-volume passing attack, all right? They've attempted the fifth most passing attempts, and they ran the 5th most plays. So it's a high-volume passing attack that plays at a high pace, too. So, like, absolutely play him. Yo, Crack-A-Man, what's up? What's good, bro? Pick 2. We got Boyd, Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Sanders, Renfro. So I would go with Marvin Jones and Emmanuel Sanders. Appreciate the $2 donation from Crack-A-Man. Yo, appreciate it. Oh, and I did not upload. I need to do that. I did not, now that, because he was also a Patreon as well. I need to upload that stuff. To Patreon. I'm really bad at remembering to do this stuff. I need to update that on Patreon. I also need to do that to the Discord rankings. But that's what I would do. So, Marvin Jones and Emmanuel Sanders would be the 2 guys that I would go. I appreciate you hanging out, stopping by, Crack-A-Man. We have Damian Harris and Marvin Jones, flex, 12-team moving forward. So I would go with Damian Harris, personally, there. Trade Boyd for Hawkinson. I have Kittle. Absolutely, yes. What are you doing moving forward with Juju? I mean, you keep him, but, like, I mean, if you can try to get rid of him, I would try to get rid of him, but I don't think you're really going to be able to, so I don't feel great about it. That offense just looks terrible right now, and I'm a Steelers fan. It is awful. Godwin, OBJ, Ruggs, pick 1. Godwin, trade Hill and Henry for CMC, D-Hop, and Barkley. Absolutely, I'm doing that trade. Yes. Sanders or Myers? Sanders for me. Man, I don't really trust Gibson. I kind of like Tony or Parker just because of that matchup. But hey, you know best. I don't know the best. I don't know best. Hey, if you don't, go with your gut. I mean, the guy that I would rather play if you don't want to go Gibson, which I don't like the matchup either with Antonio Gibson. I would go with Parker. Hey, man, sorry, I'm a little late today. Hey, no problem, Uzi. No problem. Picked up Juju, Gaskin, or Javonte Williams. I would pick up Javonte Williams out of all of them. Appreciate you stopping by, Uzi. Yo, him and Crack-A-Man. Shout out to him, both those guys. OG's in the chat, of course. We have Aspire Sports. Who's your favorite running back and wide receiver right now? Aspire Sports is the best ass. So I would say, I mean, I guess I'm biased. I would say Najee and Deontay Johnson. But if I'm not being biased because I'm a Steelers fan, I would say my favorite wide receiver, I'm putting my favorite wide receiver outside of obviously Deontay Johnson, I would say is I don't really know. I guess I would say, like, let's think of my fantasy. So I've had Keenan Allen on a bunch of my teams, so I'd probably say Keenan Allen. Maybe Mike Evans too, because I've had Mike Evans on a bunch of my teams. So, like, one of those 2 guys. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with somebody that I put a lot of time and effort into talking up the season, and he's hurt now. But I'm going to say Jerry Jeudy. Absolutely love Jerry Jeudy's talent, and it's a dang unfortunate that he got hurt because I think he'd be having a really, really good season right now. And for running back, DeAndre Swift, baby. DeAndre Swift, baby. Love him. Love DeAndre Swift. I think he's uber talented. If the Chiefs would have drafted DeAndre Swift could be RB1 right now. I'm telling you right now. He's a stud. No, Damian Harris. No, I got that one. I think I got that one. Trust Joe Mixon this week. If not, Jamal Williams, Michael Carter, or James Conner. So, if you have Chase Edmonds not play, give me James Conner. Otherwise, I would unfortunately roll the dice with Joe Mixon this week. I don't feel great about it. But if you don't want to do that, the order I would go with, if you don't want to do that, Jamal Williams, James Conner, Michael Carter. Panthers or Cardinals defense? Ooh, who do I have higher? I got to double check that. I want to say the Panthers. No, Arizona's one spot higher, so Arizona. You never thought about making a 32-man fantasy league with your fans for fun? I've never thought about that. 32 teams? Oh, my gosh. You know how hard that would be? I should do that next year, honestly. I'm going to do that. You doing an 8 a.m. stream tomorrow for the 9:30 game? Should I? You think I should? Would any... Okay, in the chat, let's do this, because that way people don't have to, like... let's see. I'm going to ask this in the chat. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow morning. I want to make sure I put morning. All right. There we go. Here is a question. There you go. Answer it. We'll see what people say. We'll see what people say. All right. 32 team would be so funny. It would be so funny. Oh my gosh, that would be brutal. I'll do that next year for sure. We'll do that. We'll do a 32 team league. We'll see what happens. That's got to be brutal. What's your point projection for Keenan Allen and JT? Let me see. Keenan Allen. Hold on. Let me get this pulled up. I don't have this pulled up. Hey, my guy's getting some back problems, huh? All right. So for... what is it? PPR? All right. So PPR... Jonathan Taylor. Where's Jonathan Taylor? I'm going to... All right. So, currently point projections for Jonathan Taylor in PPR are 11 points this week for me, for JT. And then for Keenan Allen, it is... where's Keenan Allen at? Right there. For Keenan Allen, it is 13.5 points. So, 11 for JT and 13.5. That's a little early for me, to be honest. What is that? The 8? Oh, there's what? Oh my gosh, look at that. 8 a.m.? Hey, that game is just early. That game is kind of weird. Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, or Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins for me. Or Damian Harris and Marvin Jones. Solid flex for the rest of the season. 12 team. Absolutely. Yes. The entire bottom 20 teams would be garbage. Yeah, they would be. They would be garbage. That would be so hard to have a 32-man team in fantasy. That would be so I couldn't imagine what the waiver wire would look like for 32 teams. That would be hot garbage. The waiver wire would be awful. You'd be picking up guys like, to be honest, I don't even know. Like maybe like you have a wide receiver gets hurt. Let's think of I mean, Tony right now is relevant, but like, what's his name? The John Ross, right? Like people would be fighting over John Ross, picking him up off of the waivers. Your golfer is really a good play. Yeah, he is. My golfer loves just sitting there. He enjoys it. Is your Patreon still active? It is. Yes, I need to upload. I upload it every single week. I think there was one week I missed it. Because I do forget about the Patreon, but I do upload it every single week, so I will upload it. And I think I did not upload on Thursday. But I usually update it every single week. Usually I do it on Thursday when I upload. Like, I do my rankings. That's the big thing I do over there on Patreon. It's like $1. Have you not seen Walter picks 32 teams? I've seen, like, them talk about it. I've never seen, like, actually how is it going. Hey, Ant Gaming. Yo, what's up? Ant, I thought you were going to build with me on Gen 2, my guy. Like, what's up with that, Ant? Jeez. You think I should start Kamara for Swift? Or should trade Kamara for Swift and CD? Absolutely. If you're getting Swift and CD, yes, 100% do that. Should I play Josh Jacobs for one of these guys, Emmons or Cordell Patterson? No, I would go with the other. As long as Emmons goes, yes. Schultz or Pitts, or put Schultz in for flex over Hunt? No. I would go with Pitts and Hunt. Have you not? I'll have to check it out. The 32-team leagues. I see that, like, the Walter picks, he has a lot of guys that do, like, different teams. I don't understand that. Like, does he have them do it, or they just wanted to do it? Schultz or Pitts, or put Schultz in? No, I would go with Pitts and Hunt. Amari Cooper, Antonio Brown, Amari Cooper. Yeah, 32 teams seems fun and hard. You're gonna be drafted. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna get brutal. The depth is gonna drop off really quickly, very quickly. Should I play Christian McCaffrey or Randall Cobb at flex with Carson out? Or Christian Kirk or Randall Cobb? I would go with Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk for me, Jaden. Flex OBJ or CH? For me, I would go with CH. CH. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. We're at 38 likes. Let's get to 40. Two more. Two more to get to 40. Higgins better than CD? Ooh. Shots fired. Shots fired. Yeah, I love Higgins. Higgins is on a couple of my fantasy teams. I love where he's being drafted this year. That's for sure. Michael Pittman or A-Rob? A-Rob for me still. Definitely go live tomorrow morning. That would be awesome. All right, I'll go live tomorrow. I can do that. Certainly. I'll go live. I'll wake up. I'll go live at about 8 o'clock. Damian Williams, Antonio Brown, Marvin Jones, or A-Rob in my flex. Leaning towards Damian. Yeah, I personally would go with Damian Williams as well. I'm not sure there's 32 skill. Right. Exactly. That's the point. Like that would be, and once again, like I said, like you would be fighting for guys on the waivers that are getting activated off the practice squad. It would be brutal. But that would be fun too. Like that would be fun unless your team is like, unless you draft guys that get hurt and like it's not like you didn't draft guys that are doing good, they just got hurt, and then it's really unfortunate because there's like you have no depth, right? So chances are you're going to suck. Really, what it probably comes down to is obviously you have guys who draft well, but then also like who are the healthy teams? Because you don't have any, there's no margin for error in that league. If you draft a guy that gets hurt, you're screwed. Imagine people trying to trade picks and 32 in the draft chat. I'll give you, you're right. That would be tough. The trading picks in that draft, absolutely. That would be tough. Should I bench Gibson for James Robinson? Absolutely. Fire up James Robinson. In the IG, this person traded Dalvin Cook for Jacoby Brissett, Josh Jacobs, and Tyler Conklin. His reasoning was because he needed depth. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's probably what happens is that you, like, maybe he like right now has George Kittle, right? And he has nobody to start at tight end because there's no tight ends. Maybe he had, Tua, right? So he's like literally has no starting quarterback. You have to do those kind of trades. You know what I mean? How the F did the Titans go from almost beating the Chiefs in playoffs in 2019 to be 4-12 the next year? Bad coaching. Their defense was horrendously bad. So awful. Their defense was so bad last year. It was. You had players get hurt. Also, they just didn't perform. They sucked. So, all right, I'm going to go live for a couple more minutes here, and then I'll go live tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go live. Oh, I've been watching Squid Games. Been watching Squid Game. Squid Game. I think it's called Squid Game. I've been watching that. I'm on, I think I'm on episode 5 now. I could be wrong. I think I'm on episode 5 or 6. Like, binge watched in one day. Very good. It's very good. I really like it. It's definitely intense. It's definitely intense. So, I like it. Who's your Super Bowl prediction? So, my Super Bowl prediction was pretty lame. It was the Chiefs and Tampa Bay. But I did say my dark horse was Arizona. And now the other team's not looking very good. But it was, like, I was talking, like, dark horse, okay? Like, dark horse, I would have said, like, the Rams. But I don't think that was really a dark horse. Arizona, which looking good, but then the Miami Dolphins, which isn't looking good. So my dark horse right now, not looking too good. One side is looking good, but the other side not too good. Squid Game's amazing. It is. She did it because there's no depth and is in last place. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. Episode 6 is so sad. Oh, no. 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 That's what I'm about to go and watch after this. Episode 6. Oh, no. Well, I got 5 minutes until I am sad. No, it's okay, though. I think it's just a really good show. I'm excited to see how exactly the show ends. So, A-Rob, Renfro, Robbie Anderson, or Crowder. Pick one. I would go with Allen Robinson there. I would still go with Allen Robinson. I said I'm not going to move him down. I moved Robert Woods all the way down. Robert Woods went off, so you can all thank me. You're welcome. I had part in, allowing that to happen. Next week, if once again Allen Robinson doesn't do well, Allen Robinson is moving all the way down to my ranks, and then he's going to break out for you. So next week might be the week to play him. My dark horse was the Dolphins or Colts, so I feel you. Hey, I thought the Dolphins had a pretty good squad, and if Tua didn't get hurt, I mean, they beat New England week 1, which, I mean, New England hasn't been that bad. They've had some tough games as well, but they got blown out, right, by New Orleans, I'm pretty sure, basically. So, yeah. Traded CEH for Thielen. Thoughts? I think that's an okay trade. If you need a wide receiver, I mean, it's okay. Bills kicker or Titans kicker? Bills kicker for me. My team is Clyde, Zeke, Dalvin, Harris, Marvin Jones, Jacoby, Julio. Do I trade Julio and CEH for AJ Brown? Yes, I would do that trade. Personally, I would. Play Browns defense. I probably wouldn't. I would probably play somebody else. But if there's really nobody else that's good available, go for it. Is DeAndre Hopkins, Chris Godwin, and Tebow good for this week? Yeah. I would do that. Yes. I just don't see a team beating the Chiefs even though they're 2-2. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I just think, I know that the only real team that I think could maybe beat Tampa Bay as well is the team that beat them, the Los Angeles Rams, but Tampa Bay is so good as well. What's your rank for Kyler Murray this week? Probably like QB3, I'd imagine. Yeah, QB3. I have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Kyler Murray. My Super Bowl prediction is the Rams versus the Ravens. Thoughts? It could happen. Ravens are looking decent. They're looking okay. Rams are looking tough. I know that they lost to Arizona. Arizona looks really good right now. I mean, that division is just so good. But teams seem to have figured out the Chiefs. So, but here's the real thing that it comes down to is this season is a 1 game longer, so it's a little bit longer. Injuries are going to play a big role. We're getting to the part where injuries are going to start to pile up a little bit. You're going to see teams' depth and how they adjust. So, it's still a long season. It's still really early. Long season. I have Panthers defense as well. I would personally go with the Panthers defense, personally. A.J. Brown or D-Hop for the rest of the year. I would still go D-Hop, but man, it is not, like, they're just spreading the ball around a little bit right now. All the receivers are looking good. Kyler Murray's looking really good. They're just spreading the ball around. The offense looks borderline unstoppable right now. They look really good. Nick Chubb and James Robinson good for RB? Absolutely good for RB. 100%, yes. For me, James Robinson is a high-end, very high-end RB2, back-end RB1 for the rest of the season. And Nick Chubb, I view him as more of like a back-end RB1, but he's an absolute stud. Absolute stud. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and log off. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow before the games. I'm going to go live at 8 a.m. I told people I'll be going live at 8 a.m., so I'm going to wake up, get my coffee, get ready to go, eat some breakfast, be on here at 8 a.m., so be ready. For all those people, 73% of the people voted yes, so I expect those people to show up tomorrow. Expect chat to be bussin'. So tomorrow, and then I'll also go live before the games as well. I'll probably go live a little bit later then, but I'll go live for both games, so enjoy Squid Game. I will enjoy it. Who are your top 5 defenses right now for fantasy? So, like, overall for this week. So, for this week is New England, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Denver, Dallas. Only reason I'm worried about AJ Brown is pass volume. Yeah, right now though. Like AJ Brown, he's a stud, and just the beginning of the season, this offense was a little bit off. I think that they really need to get him going. So I'll be there. All right, appreciate everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening, y'all. See you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Peace. Peace.